Both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff, even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Does that work? Awesome. Does that work? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Stop that. Stop recording. Yes. Okay. Let me just make sure.
Stuff, but it's no longer needed. It starts when you do.
Does that work? Awesome. Does that work? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm scared that the fucking video's not gonna work. Let's keep playing this.
You quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Doing the minimum to control your high blood pressure isn't doing enough. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jason Derulo. I love that music connects to people all over the country. But unfortunately, so does something else.
Hello.
Childhood hunger. 15 million kids struggle with hunger right here in America. And yet, every year, billions of pounds of surplus food in the U.S. go to waste instead of going to the children in need. Feeding America is working to change this. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks rescues this surplus of food to help provide meals to families in virtually every community in the United States, including yours. But they just can't do this alone. Join me in the fight against hunger in America. For more information on what you can do to get involved, visit feedingamerica.org. That's feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America. A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey everyone. Let's all stop what we're doing right now and take a moment. That felt good, huh? Just like that, we had a nice special sort of moment together. Of course, they don't all need to be quiet moments to be special. They could be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. Sounds like somebody agrees. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Today, call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Music is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. My name is Harvey Lauer, and I'm 82. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My folks got me a little radio in 1940, and that was the best Christmas present I ever got. When I was 11 years old is when I started to play music, play the piano, and then the accordion, and then the cello. My wife, who was also blind, was a good cook. When she died, that's when I started Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Yeah, damn.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing? I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the right seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I am your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
They'll challenge your authority. They'll try to break your will. They'll push you to the edge of your sanity. Because that's what kids do. But this car is your territory, not theirs. Defend it. Who makes the payments? Who cleans it? Who drives it? You do. That's who. And in here, your word is law. So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up, you won't budge an inch. Until you hear that click. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. For more information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, you know? I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Dear John, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but you've left me no choice. I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is really serious, and lately you seem to really not care. I've been there for you since day one, and I know you think I'm going to keep ticking. But no, my friend, I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to the good times, when we were more active and ate more healthy foods, and you checked on me every once in a while? Is that too much to ask? I don't want to leave, but unless you stop ignoring me, what else am I supposed to do? Remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Doing the minimum to control your high blood pressure isn't doing enough. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jason Derulo. I love that music connects to people all over the country. But unfortunately, so does something else. Childhood hunger. 15 million kids struggle with hunger right here in America. And yet, every year, billions of pounds of surplus food in the U.S. go to waste instead of going to the children in need. Feeding America is working to change this. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks rescues this surplus of food to help provide meals to families in virtually every community in the United States, including yours. But they just can't do this alone. Join me in the fight against hunger in America. For more information on what you can do to get involved, visit feedingamerica.org. That's feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America. A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey, everyone. Let's all stop what we're doing right now and take a moment. That felt good, huh? Just like that, we had a nice special sort of moment together. Of course, they don't all need to be quiet moments to be special. They could be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. Sounds like somebody agrees. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Today, call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Music is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. My name is Harvey Lauer, and I'm 82. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My folks got me a little radio in 1940, and that was the best Christmas present I ever got. When I was 11 years old is when I started to play music.
Network. It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Jared, you ever notice how you ever watch like podcasters like Chris DeStefano? They all sit like this with like the way we're sitting.
Yeah, because it's comfortable and they're in the confines of their own house. They don't have to worry about a studio. Spraying down everything elsewhere. Somebody get you water. You never do a proper intro for this episode. Welcome back, everybody, to How You Know. You know what it is, bro. J Hartman 15, your boy, coming at you with your boy Austin Titell and our producer Peter Lewis. Jair's not here today because he's out of the country. But
he didn't come last week either.
He's here in spirit. And when I'm talking spirit, I'm talking about the airlines and
That's what he took.
The country. Oh man, this is I love the music in the podcast.
You like that?
Yeah, I like it.
Pretty good, yeah. Dude, this new thing is awesome. That's our win. Maybe we could finally have a proper show next week. Birthday show.
We got a proper show, and honestly, okay, let's get this out of the way. Austin's birthday was last week, so clap it up for him. Happy birthday to my guy. I was gonna get him ice cream cake on the way here, but best believe I would have got here late, so I didn't want to take the chance. I'm sorry.
Next week, I want to do a birthday show. I want to roast of me next week. I want to roast. Everybody come in with some joke. How'd you just eat that? Did you just eat it from the crust?
Guys, no, because I had to try it because we didn't get Mary's Pizza the last time because they said
I got Mary's Pizza last time.
You got Mary's Pizza, but we ordered it during the show, and they said, "Yeah, we ordered it to the address." And then we look.
Where are we right now?
And then we look, and then the pizza's not outside. The lady's like, "Yeah, we have the right address, and we ordered it outside." Next thing you know, we all leave. 30 minutes later, Austin sends the picture. Yeah, they have it. They delivered it to us. It was outside, but the address was wrong on the address. So the girl just straight up lied to Jair over the phone.
What's new? A girl's lying to Jair. What's new? That's easy.
This pizza is delicious.
It's good. It is good pizza when it gets here.
I got pineapple on it because I wanted to be different and sweet and savory. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I cannot wait. Today is gonna be a great show because we got my friend Ramon calling in. I cannot wait for you to hear what happened to us. So I'm gonna text him, Peter.
Why'd you just laugh like a pimp? I didn't like that. Yeah, don't do that. You sound like you got the Delta.
Oh, imagine I have the Delta.
I'm just gonna focus. Try to focus.
It's not focused. I focused.
No, it's not.
It came out of focus. Well, which came out of mine or his?
See, that's what happens when you ask Austin to focus you.
I did.
The kid doesn't focus you.
Yes, I did. It's hard to tell from that angle. You know what it is? That's the same thing I asked. You know what it is? I just don't like because older white women. I want that demographic. So if you're not in the picture, it'll be good. Is that good?
Why are you talking about older white women?
That's
much better.
All you need is support. All you need is the support of older Puerto Rican women. You're good.
Yeah, that's the nail salon today. Yeah, all right.
All right, Peter's coming to get his
He's gonna go get his lunch.
Okay.
Peter, can you rate the pizza? Rate the pizza, Jared.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is pretty good pizza, but
what kind of pizza is it?
It's regular with pineapple on it.
Cheese.
Did you order it with pineapple?
Yeah, I ordered half because I wanted to try it. I never had pizza with pineapple.
How is it? That's good crunch.
It's not good, but it's not bad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's not good. It's not bad.
No, it's
not good.
You can just tell
it's not bad.
You can just tell this is dull pineapple that was been sitting in a can. The can
it's
of
probably been sitting.
Corn syrup.
It's probably been sitting outside my front door all this time. Honestly.
Let me rate this pizza. Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay. Make sure the pizza's in focus.
Because I feel like I'm Italian. I feel like I'm Samoan. Like that.
Oh, we're canceled.
I mean, I had to deliver it this time, just so you know.
I'm gonna go 7.6 on this. This is pretty good.
7.6.
7.6.
I said
that's a Dave
7 out of 6.
That's a Dave Portnoy score right there, and without a leaked sex tape.
You think we get them as sponsors of the show?
No, I don't want them as sponsor.
That's Ryan. Definitely call in.
Hi, Ryan.
Yeah. Oh. Mute your mic.
Well,
so.
Okay. So I'm not sure. So I just plug it into the. 1 second.
Wait. Okay. Guys, we have our first caller into this show, and
I told
they were gonna call under a moniker, but Austin just totally exposed them for who they actually are. So
no, he's a moniker. Ramon. It's Ramon. If anybody,
guys, you said his name 3 times already.
Your mic is off.
It's too late. You said it, then he said it, then you said it again. Like.
I went over this, but I said he's gonna call. I said I'm gonna text him now to call him. Yes, he is. He's the one that came up with it.
Moniker.
It's Ramon.
It sounds like you gotta get canceled.
It's an alias.
You better make sure you enunciate.
We gotta put the filter on so like anybody that knows him is gonna know his voice.
We want to go by Scott.
Scott. That's his middle name.
Sorry, Austin. So I just plugged this in to the phone. Hey,
Yeah. Yes. Plug it in. He's good. I can't wait to tell you about what's going on with him. All right. So I can't. So what you're gonna do on the board is it's probably muted the phone button. Okay. So hit the red button, the one that says one that has a picture of a muted thing.
No, I mean like which red button?
If there's a one, okay, you see the phone.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Put it up.
Put it up.
All
right.
Ramon, are you there?
I can hear him.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wow, that was pretty loud. Put it down. Oh,
Ramon.
that's Ramon or Scott. He said
It's
Scott
funny,
Ramon.
I'm eating pizza. The guy that handed out pizzas in Oneonta that worked for Domino's, that apparently started that whole empire of a company in Chicago, was named Ramon.
Yeah, did you see that?
He started like the whole online ordering.
He started the whole. I'm going to give you fried pizza for free.
The guy was Elon Musk of cheesy bread. Like he's a revolutionary.
He is the Oprah of Domino's. You get a pizza. You get a pizza. You get a pizza. Follow me. Ramon. Is it Scott or Ramon? Hello? Yeah?
Go. Where are you going?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
What's up?
All right, he obviously just had a major breakdown right there. All right, so let me Ramon, what's good with you, brother? Thank you for calling into the How You Know podcast, man. How you doing?
That's pretty good.
Are you able to hear us, Ramon?
Hearing us before?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
So answer.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Do.
You hear Austin?
Hear everybody. Okay, so
I do. So why don't you answer?
You don't like me then? Like I'm out.
Answer when you feel.
I asked this guy how his day was, and he just didn't respond to me. All right.
Ramon, you're up.
All right, so
all right.
All right. So
wait.
What?
Sorry, broke out a little.
All right,
Ramon. So answer Jared's question,
all
please.
right. So
which was the question?
he said, "How is your day?"
How's my day?
Yeah.
It's all right. Better, it's just life.
All right. So I'm gonna tell you right from the top. So guess where I was today at 7 p.m. At 7 a.m. this morning.
Where were you at?
I'm asking you, Jared. Where was I?
Yeah, we gotta say names here.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you were asking me?
I'm asking you, Jared. Where do you think I was at 7 a.m.?
You were probably in your bed. I mean,
no, I was in the city moving out Ramon from his ex-girlfriend's apartment that they got together. Okay, so let me give you a little bit.
What were y'all living at? All right, this guy just does not. He does not like to talk to me. Ramon, I didn't do it. I'm not your ex-girlfriend. All right, I didn't leave you. So please, just talk to me. Like,
can you not hear Jared?
I think he's having trouble.
No, I can hear. It's just not much of a question being said.
Oh.
Like, you want me to elaborate on who exactly my ex-girlfriend
No.
was?
He's asking you where did you live?
Let me get your mic real quick. No, Ramon, I asked where you were living with your ex-girlfriend in the city.
Yeah, I was living on East 65th Street. So that's actually called Lenox Hills.
Oh, this guy was living in Lenox Hills. Lenox Hills. All right, it's a good neighborhood.
Lenox Hills.
It's a good neighborhood to move out of.
Honestly, it wasn't that hard to find a parking space. It just took like 4 to 5, ways around the city over and over. So what happened was, okay, so Ramon, he is a independent baseball player. I played with him all my life. He's one of the best players I ever played with. He had the best heart. No matter what, you can never get this guy down. And he's been dating this girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend, what was like 2 years now, or almost
About
2 years?
3 years.
About 3 years.
3 years.
About 3
Okay.
years.
All right.
And right before he went off, he went to go play professional baseball in California, and in where was the first place? In Roswell, New Mexico.
I was in Roswell, New Mexico before, and then I finished off my season in Wasco, California, which is Southern California.
So right before he leaves, right, he's going to be leaving for 3 months. The girlfriend and him, they decide, let's get an apartment together. Really, the girlfriend was when I was pushing him. Am I right, Ramon? Or did you really want to get it?
Yeah, pretty much she wanted an apartment. I wanted it too. But,
Yeah, this guy was trying to throw a change up, and she just said, "Nah, just throw 98s all day."
Yeah, facts. So she pushed him to get it. So I think it was like a week or less than a week before he left to New Mexico. They got an apartment. They signed the lease
In the city.
in the city.
Okay.
Yes. So Ramon goes off and plays. She visits him not even less than a month ago. everything's all good, everything's fine, and then about maybe 2 weeks later, she starts becoming shady, and then it comes to a point where she wants him. They want to break up, and Ramon today or the last night comes home from playing 3 months of professional baseball. Right, has not even been in the apartment. He paid 3 months rent plus the security deposit. That's $4,000. Right, he stepped foot in that apartment 1 to 2 times. Then he left, and then the girlfriend decides, I don't want to date you anymore. I knew this. They were so in love, which I don't get. Is like out of nowhere, she just changed. So this morning we had to go move him out to an apartment that he paid 3 months rent and security deposit for, and that's it. That's the end of the story. Now, what I'm thinking is like, what do you think, in your professional opinion, Jared? What do you think happened? What do you think she did that for? They were so in love with each other, and then out of just nowhere, she just kicks him out almost.
Listen, I'm just thinking that she got a hold of the MLB trades, and she was like, "I can do better."
Oh my! No way.
Like Anthony Rizzo, Javier Baez, Francisco Lindor coming to the city that you live in, and you're like, I could probably throw a couple fastballs my way. I'm not playing in the right league. All right, I can go from Cracker Jack to Frankfurt is with mustard on it. So honestly, she might get a whip for something better.
I think it was her Yenta friends. That's what I'm thinking.
I lost you guys.
Yeah, you say it again.
Friends.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, hi. You still there?
Can you hear me? Hello.
You still there, Ramon?
We're doing so good.
I lost you.
You lost me. Don't lose me.
Hold on.
Yes, because Peter has the same service as his sister. That's right.
That's right. Hello. Okay.
Ramon.
Oh, did he just hang up? All right. Listen. Are all of our mic? Are all the pots up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you can hear me at all.
Is the phone up?
Yes.
And there's no muting anywhere. All right. So just try again. Okay. Like I was saying. So.
You want to tell him to call again?
You just call him back.
Oh, is that?
Oh, he's calling you right now. Unless that's
your phone?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, babe.
Hey,
What up?
Ramon, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now.
Oh, perfect.
Good. Okay, great.
Okay, so Jared, I'm gonna ask you again. I'm gonna ask.
Crazy. Yeah. So what part did we leave off there? Was Jared talking?
Yeah, Jared was talking about how she had because Anthony Rizzo is now in New York. That's why she left.
That's a fair statement. He's a handsome-looking guy.
But listen, it's not just his handsomeness. I mean, you got Baez is in New York, Lindor's in New York. Maybe she wants a little bit of cha-cha slide, if you know what I'm saying. It's just a different league.
He wanted to be part of Los Mets.
It's a different league, and you're going to New Mexico, but maybe she wanted the full Mexico. I know, but they're not from Mexico. Baez is from Puerto Rico.
Hey, let's go.
So the guy knows how to merengue, a little bit of salsa, but maybe she don't want a little spice in her life.
So in actuality, why?
What league do you play in?
No,
I play in independent professional baseball, so it's indie ball.
Indie ball, yeah. So
they think like Ducks.
Yeah,
that sort of.
You have premieres at Tribeca Film Festival. This girl's trying to get into Cinemax. You know.
But what I
very much. I mean, my biggest thing from what I see from it is like, it sucks. It was put on the last minute. It was kind of out of the ordinary, and like she changed very quick. And from what I know, that is like, I know her well enough to where I can see the signs. It wasn't cheating. It wasn't another guy. She lost herself mentally. It got to a point where sometimes girls, when they get into a rut of they don't feel well about their body, they start hanging out with their friends more and everything like that. Then they kind of discover, oh, I like this about me. I miss this. I'm going to dump this relationship because I can't dump my job. I can't dump my apartment. I'm going to dump my boyfriend because I have my friends. And I have this and I have that.
Yeah, maybe she just got a whiff of the Call Her Daddy podcast and she found herself and she wanted to spread her wings.
That's the same thing I was saying. I just think that her Yenta friends were probably putting things in her head.
Can you let me what Yenta is?
Yentas is a Jewish word for it could be male, female, non-binary, whoever. It's more. It used to be just for women, but guys can be it too. Where it's just a person that causes trouble and doesn't shut up, and also is like a gossip.
Oh, a complainer.
Yeah,
right.
A complainer, whatever. But
remind me of someone.
Who?
I don't know. Go on.
Who?
I mean, from the sound of it, you're being a Yenta right now.
Yeah,
so, I don't.
No, but I think that her friends, if you think about it, she's alone in New York City apartment. She's over. They're going to put stuff in her head, and I think that it's kind of like the army wives thing, when the person goes to war, right? And they think they're cheating on him. What? Cheating on him with who? The enemy?
Listen,
yeah, you know, my biggest thing is like I know that wasn't the case. My thing is from everything that happened, from all the talking and everything, to coming home and completely expecting to, you know, I paid the rent and make sure she's all right. I gave her extra money to make sure she's okay for the week because I knew she was low on funds from her job. She gets paid bi-weekly. So you do whatever you can as a man for caring, love, respect. You give it all, and then when you give it all and you don't receive it back, it sucks. And that's the thing in the relationship. So guys, right? If it's your problem, it's only your problem. But if it's a girl's problem, it's everybody's problem.
And Ramon, let me tell you, you can't leave your girl in a big city. All right, if you leave her in New York, you got to go someplace bigger than New Mexico. Because if you're going to New Mexico, you better be doing one of two things. You better be doing border patrol, or you better be cooking up some blue meth like Heisenberg. Those are the only two things you better be doing.
What I don't get is that he didn't want to get the apartment until after he came back, which is a smarter move.
Now, but you got to understand, if she's a woman, she's trying to capitalize on the situation. So if your man gonna be throwing 94 Ks, you know, out of New Mexico, you could be doing whatever you want in New York City. All right, I'm walking around New York City now. I'm seeing girls just like Hillary Duff with no bra on, freeing the nipple. All right, Lizzie McGuire out here. That's all I'm seeing. That's what these girls want to do. They want to spread their wings.
Hashtag free the nip.
Hashtag free the
You saw how crazy New York City get with our Pride Festival, people making love and stepping on broken glass in the fountain in Washington Square Park. That's a wild city. You can't get under control in New Mexico, where there's a Western Union, that's the biggest part of the town. They are Western Union.
But how do you just do that to a person you've dated for 3 years? You just they
it's
know.
It's funny how you bring that up. It's funny how you bring that up because my host family in New Mexico was right across the street from the border patrol station.
That's what it is.
It's like wow, this is incredibly like, you know, racist and kind of stereotypical, and I just kind of lived it.
Yeah, that's funny. But like what did Jared? In that situation, say that's your ex-girlfriend, or he was very cordial. Like he wouldn't let me do anything to the apartment. Like I was like, I found a couple of things.
And so, did you split the price of the apartment, or you paid for it full out of your pocket?
It was split. So the total amount would have been $1,550 or $1,560. So I paid about like $760, $780, whatever it was a month. You know, that's on top of credit card bills. That's on top of insurance and stuff I'm already dealing with. So, you know, financially, that sucks. But you know what? The upside to all this, fellas, is that, you know, we're not on bad terms. Yes, I said some things and I called her out, and you know, I made it so I could be in control, not her. So when you make it all on her control, then you become weak mentally. So
yeah, bro, I would have got low down and dirty, brother.
She is going to Venmo me for all the money I invested in the apartment.
$4,000, right?
So I would be getting all my deposit back. I will be getting all the stuff I went halves on for furniture and stuff. I will be getting all the month's rent back. So you know what? I'm gonna go get in the car next week.
She made a financial dumb decision by doing that.
Listen, I'm just saying, like,
I dated you for another couple weeks. And then like, no, it's okay.
Listen, I'm just saying you can be cordial, but I think it's time for you to get a little petty. Since you're a baseball player, you should replace all her kombucha juice with dip spit.
He wouldn't even let me do anything to the car. I was like, come on, let me steal this bottle of Jack Daniels. No, don't take that. Let me throw a box of your things out the window. No, the only thing you let me do was a Roku remote, right? I switched the batteries. So I made both.
Oh, okay. That's so I thought you were gonna say you like put it between your cheeks or something like that. Like,
he wouldn't let me do it. He wouldn't let me do it. He wouldn't let me have fun.
Look, like I'm not the biggest spiteful kind of person. You know, if you cheat on me, I won't be spiteful. But she's not that kind of person, and I know that. So that's what I respect about her. But for her to respect me in order to give me all of my deposit back, you know, I don't know how she's gonna be able to pay for the apartment. She's gonna have to figure that out. That's her problem. But for her to give me all my deposit back and then interest because of everything else that I did, I'll respect that enough not to like, you know, put her food in the toilet or.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
food in the toilet. This guy.
Let me tell you.
No, that's high key genius because not only do you inconvenience her appetite, you inconvenience her bathroom.
Well, his brother, he took a giant dookie.
Oh man, the bathroom.
It was so bad. But
Austin, I hate to say it, Austin, but you wouldn't want to go with that.
No, shut up. I know what you're saying. You're an idiot. You're an asshole. All right, so I mean, I'm gonna let the record show that if you don't get this Venmo within 3 days, we will be taking her to court. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah. And then she's gonna have to deal with litigation for some Yankees.
Yes, some
Yeah,
Yentas are gonna come in. Let the Exhibit A Yentas come in. Oh, he was cheating on him. With who? There's no girls in Roscoe. No girl in New Mexico.
No, they aren't. Even if they are, they're like 2 or 3 in the Mack truck.
Yeah, even if they're like 2 or 3, and one of them's a cactus.
Right, facts.
Oh, fair.
Peter, what's your opinion on what the ex-girlfriend did to Ryan? Poor Ryan. As my mom would say, "A bendito."
Right. I mean,
right.
It didn't sound great from what I'm hearing. Obviously, I wasn't there, but yeah. I mean, like what Austin's saying, it doesn't sound very smart. Like just to put down like a whole deposit and be 3 months in there when you're going away. Like I would have done what you wanted to do, Ramon, and wait until after you were done with your trip with indie baseball.
Yeah, to keep the money.
Because it makes more sense. You know, you can both enjoy it. Because you know, you want an apartment, you want to enjoy it together when you just get it. And yeah, that to me that's kind of weird. I don't like how that happened, and I don't know. I mean, the reasons why she broke with you, I couldn't say.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, that's obviously between you and her and whatever, but. It sounds like you're taking care of this just fine. The both of you have a good agreement going here, and you should just keep it up. That's all I gotta say.
So I'll bounce off that, and I'll keep this for a record for all the men out there. All right. So there are going to be times where you're going to have a relationship, and you're going to give them every care in the world, everything they've ever desired, all the love, all something that they might have not had in a previous relationship, and they now have because of you. So even though it's a good or a bad way to end it, you always have to thank them because they give you either something you really wanted in a relationship, or you found out there's something you don't want in a relationship moving forward. So like I say in Luke 11, 17-19, the Lord talks about all his disciples and how he does a small little thing, only 1 out of 9 comes back to thank him. It takes that one to man up and let everything drop to show that he has more respect for others and thank everybody for what they do. So no matter how bad she was, she wanted this thing to end because of individualism, and she wanted to find herself, and she wasn't happy with herself. Well, going out for everybody out there, guys are caring enough where they will sacrifice themselves to make sure the other individual is happy and to make sure they put them before themselves. And this is human nature for guys. I guarantee after girls are done in a relationship, fuck some boys. Let's go out. Let's go do this because that's what typical girls do in their relationships. Guys will use it as fuel. I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna lift as much weight as I can. I'm gonna go for a run. I'm gonna beat up my abs. I'm gonna make sure that my body is in tune with what my mind wants. And this is something that guys are hard. It's hard to talk about with other guys unless they're going through it because it's just a tough situation. And I like to share it with y'all, and I do appreciate being on here because the word has to go out that, you got to keep doing what you're doing. Don't change yourself personally. Don't change your mental mindset because they want to leave because you're doing the right things and they're not.
Wow.
So,
did you write that down? That's pretty good.
Record it, retweet,
it's over.
Whatever you need.
All right, Ramon.
Ramon, thank you so much for calling in, man. We really appreciate it.
Hope you like our advice.
Thank you guys. I appreciate being on here.
Be easy, man.
Take it easy. Ain't easy being cheesy. Is he gone?
Ain't easy being cheesy. I'm gonna go crack a beer.
See you later. I'll see you later tonight.
See you, Ramon.
Smell ya, guys.
Peace out.
You know, we can. There's a way. Hold on, wait. There's a way that you can make it that he can't hear us talk, and we can talk right over it. We should have. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. We should have had him speaking, and we could have just talked to him. Like, what does he say?
You know how bad your girl had to hurt you for you to be quoting biblical quotes? He said John 17, 18, 19 is what it is.
John 12, 18,
This brother,
18.
put him on a TED Talk, son. He's speaking. T.D. Jakes ain't got nothing on him the way he was speaking.
From the Second Testament, Luke John Voight, number 92, Francisco Lindor. He said, "To be with a woman is to not be with a woman." That's what he said. That's what he. I was gonna say, listen, I'm Jewish. I don't know what you're talking about.
And as the almighty Randy Johnson said, "Let there be clarity." This guy he's
heartbroken.
Hurt,
yeah,
son.
You can hear it. You can hear it. He called. So before we end on this, I think we should finish this up, do the weekend recap, and then we can go to commercial, start talking about everything that's going on. But basically, like, I was waiting for. He told me last week about what's going on, and then his brother texted me like, "Listen, we're either gonna go Wednesday morning or Thursday morning." I was like, "All right, just let me know what time we're leaving." And then he texted me last night, "Are you up?" I go, "Yeah." "Get ready to leave your house at 4:45. We're going to go to the city. We'll be there by 7. They broke up. I let the record show that he broke up with her. I just want to let that record show. And I just hope he gets paid, because he keeps saying he's going to get paid over Venmo. And I told him, if he gets paid over Venmo, better not do the instant transfer, because it's 25 cents on $10, but it's going to be like $2,000 if you do it over Venmo. Mm-hmm. All right, so 1 to 3 business days, do not let Venmo get your money. Wow, that was good. I like that. Was a good interview. If we could call it an interview, it was more like the Maury show.
That guy he's scarred.
Now I understand why he said they can play it, because I'll find out a way to feed the audio into there so they can hear the.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of gotta put this over the headphones so they can kind of. So I'm not sure, but
yeah, there's a way to do it. You do a jack, and you can do it that way. But wow. Were you ready for that?
No, I wasn't. Right. Honestly, I was enjoying my pizza. That he kind of ruined my mood. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What would you, in all honesty, what would you have done if, say, your girlfriend did that to you? Like, say you went on a comedy tour for 3 months, you got an apartment, you came back, she broke up with you.
I wouldn't get the apartment with her in the first place. I
know, any sane person would do it, but
yeah, but I would say I'm not gonna put myself in that position because I don't know. How long were they dating for? 3 years?
Almost 3 years, yeah. And it's red flag when out of nowhere she said, "Let's get an apartment. I want to do it before you leave."
Yeah, dude, you're not gonna get me on my money like that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you think my mom's theory, which is I call her Yenta sometimes, she's a Puerto Rican Yenta.
Yeah.
So I asked her, and she said that she obviously used him for the money, and then once she found someone else to be with, kick him to the curb.
Yeah, bro. That's the come up.
Oh, I can't believe people do that.
That's the come up. You know, what she do? What she do for a living? I didn't ask that question. You know what she did?
Yeah, she I think she's not psychologist, maybe something like that. I don't know.
Psychologists, they're probably making nothing.
Yeah.
She's making nothing, and also she knows how to diagnose people, and she knows how to manipulate people. Yeah, so she got him in his pocket.
Yeah, she works with mentally, in like one of those houses. Yeah, and yeah, that's what she does. But
this guy just got Professor Xaviered by a blog. Is she hot?
I believe the fifth. Look, I used to like her a lot, but this is before we end. This is what got me not to like her anymore. Me and Ramon, I keep almost saying his name, and then Peter almost didn't. Peter, my favorite part of that was like, Ramon. That was my favorite.
I mean, you guys broke your own rules. Yeah, I don't get it.
So me and him, we're at the beach, we're having fun. His girlfriend says, "Hey, can you when you come back home?" Ramon says around 4:00. She goes, "All right, can you bring me food? I'm gonna order food from the gluten-free place." She's gluten-free. She can't eat, but she's a real gluten-free. Gluten-free. As much as I want to say she's not the real gluten-free, like some people, she is the real gluten-free. So at 4:00, Ryan goes, "Okay, let's go pick up the food." I go, and I got to find my wallet. It took me 25 minutes to find it took me about 15 minutes to find the wallet. So we don't get to the place until around 4:30. We grab the food. We go back there. We get there around 4:45. As soon as you walk inside the door, Ramon says, "What's up?" She goes, "Ramon, where are you? What my food? I've been waiting for my food for almost an hour. What's wrong with you? She's like, I have to eat. I'm like, I love blood sugar. I gotta eat gluten free." Starts yelling at him. His mom, his dad, I'm there. Both of his brothers and his brother's girlfriends are there, and everybody's just shocked. And I say, "Listen, it was my fault. It's my fault." "No, it's not your fault. You should have told me. I could have got the food myself. I'm hungry." Blah blah. She ate. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I go, ever since that day, that was like 3 months ago. That was like four months ago. Ever since that day, I knew trouble.
Probably there's an easy way too. That she has low blood pressure, blood sugar. You got to understand. She's gonna get a little wild. But the way to that is
what?
Don't feed her and she'll pass out. She won't say anything.
Oh, you're right. That's what should have happened. We should have ate the
Just have her black out. No, you tripping? All right, 3 hours. You gonna be laid out on that floor.
But man, they were. He was in love. She was in love too. It's crazy. So.
She was in love with that money, and from the sound of it, she wasn't a good-looking lady, and she made it a little bit overweight.
Let's show you. So too skinny.
What?
You see what Peter just said? What did you say?
I said, what the hell?
What the hell?
Listen, this is the show. How you know we don't know. I'm making predictions off of what I hear. Okay, nothing is ever set in stone. I say things to feel it out. If it's not true, it's not true. If it's true, hey, but we got to get down to the bottom of the substance, Peter. We do not know.
He literally told Ramon, who's a semi-pro, that his girlfriend left him for a real professional player. That's what he said. He said to a heartbroken kid on the road, "She left you for a guy that's better."
Listen, I'm just saying she didn't leave it for him, but she sees the options and she's like, "Oh, maybe I could be doing a little better."
Dude, when he said that, his phone was probably like, "Oh my god."
I'm just saying.
Okay? For a Yankee,
I keep it real on the show. If you're playing in the minor league or whatever, the triple A, the quadruple A, the All-State, the Geico Insurance League down in New Mexico, and your girlfriend's alone in New York City, and you got Baez, you got old Rizzo, you got Aaron Judge with his 5th teeth walking around the streets, yeah, she might leave you. Okay? Yeah.
My girlfriend left me. You make any money? No. Oh, he probably left you with a guy with money. All right.
It's just you don't know until you know. You really don't know, but I'm just going to send shots in the dark. I mean, I hope the kid gets better. He was quoting things like he was John Grisham. I mean, I really hope that he recovers. But Guy, come on, New Mexico.
I hope she hears. All right, Heisenberg. I was playing for the New Mexico Heisenbergs.
I don't know, man. But hey, listen, Ramon, we feel for you. We are here for you on the How You Know podcast. We support you. Let's get into the weekend recap, guys. How about that? Right. You know what it is, guys? Weekend recap. One of us gives a recap of our week or weekend. It is usually 2 truths and 1 lie. Someone has to sit here and tell us what they did this week, and the other 2 have to distinguish which one is the truth and which one is the cap.
So is it? Are we doing 2 truths and 1 lie?
I said 2 truths and 1 lie. We have to figure out the lie. I said it right this time. I usually mess up, but I said it right.
I'm not up.
I'll go. All right.
I'll go.
So
I'll go.
I recently switched from
Geico.
No, I recently switched from Optimum to Verizon.
No, nobody ever does that.
Service. What else?
Internet or cable?
Yeah, cable, phone, or internet.
I got rid of the cable because I had an Optimum. I had a cable with Optimum. I had all 3 services.
Let him stick with 3 because I can decipher the first one really easily.
Okay.
Type in Verizon zip code availability.
The check engine light on my car just came on.
Okay, Bible.
And think.
Yeah, all right. This is what I do.
No. I don't play them out. I lose steam.
Which one's the lie?
All right, I lose steam.
No, that's the. Never mind.
I've used 37 gigabytes worth of data on my phone this week alone.
All right, so first,
I messed you up, didn't I?
First one, okay. The first one, I remember Jared. The reason why he couldn't come. Do you want to call Jared? Should I call you Jerome, like Ramon, and call you something else?
I'm here. I'm right here.
So Jared said he couldn't come to the show because he's waiting for the cable guy to come. But here's the thing: whoever switches to Verizon, I've never heard someone saying, "Oh, I'm going into Verizon." Everybody's always like, "I'm leaving Verizon because it's so much money." But
that is true.
But remember this. He did say the cable guy was coming on last Wednesday, and he made it on the day he knows he has to come here.
I don't know why Jair wants to call into the. I don't know why Jair wants to call into the podcast when he knows I go live.
He's calling into on live.
Yeah, he's calling on my FaceTime.
Tell him
On my FaceTime, he's calling. I don't know why he wants to.
All right, well, when we get back from commercial,
Yeah, he can
call my number.
Okay, so
go ahead.
All right, so I think number one is that because I just think maybe the cable guy come, but like it's very viable. Now number two was the check engine light. I feel like he would have said the check engine light is on when he walked in here, but I do remember 2 weeks ago, Jair and Jared were talking about getting the car fixed, and I remember that. And number three, 37 gigs of data. Now, if it's one of these things where it's like 35 or 38,
You need to let that go. You need to let that go. You need to stop being so anal about it. Stop being a yenta and just take the guess, okay?
Word of the day is yenta. Can you play a sound effect?
Please, and you better not be getting cancer for saying yenta because this could be research and it could be used. It could have been used something that when slaves would be when Jews were slaves, like back in Egypt.
So
all right,
your comedy partner saying yenta is true. Yeah, I told him not to say. He said it a million times. He said yenta.
I'm being set up. I'm being set up to the very people that's gonna defend me one day in court.
I think
no Jews are lawyers.
That's why I'm helping him too. I told him. I literally said the first thing when he said, "Yeah, I think we're breaking up," I said, "You get your money back yet? If not, we're taking it to the court." Because I don't believe that's what I don't believe.
Yeah, I mean, Austin jokes around with a lot of things when it comes to comedy, but when it comes to money and getting your money back, that guy turns into J.G. Wentworth real quick.
I don't believe
he opens up a window and goes like, "You need your money now."
That's right, baby. Yeah, that was sick. That was funny. The way that was awesome. All right, I think that the first one is the cap because I don't think you. I don't think two things. I think one, Verizon is way too expensive. And two, I don't think it's available where you are because you got to have wires underground. I mean, it's not.
Well, that's racist.
I'm just saying, there's no like the only place I know that has wires in the ground is New Jersey.
Wires in the ground. Okay. All right. Peter.
I'll say the last one. The 37 or whatever gigs of data on your phone data. That's it.
So you're saying the last one is a lie? Okay.
Yeah.
So just give a recap. First one is that I switched from Optimum to Verizon. Second one is my check engine light is on. And the third one is that I used 37 gigabytes worth of data on my phone this week. So both of y'all wrong.
Oh, the check engine light came on?
No, the check engine light is off. The check engine light.
What?
Wait, what?
So the check engine light's off.
Wait, no, I didn't mess up. So you're saying which one is a lie, right?
The first one's a lie. You didn't get Verizon.
No, I did get Verizon.
You got Verizon?
Well, yes. We were both wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he just said the check engine line was
not
off.
on.
Yeah, I said my check engine light just came on.
Okay. I thought you switched it up.
No.
Okay.
So I did go from Verizon to Optimum because my mom just moved out, and that's the last bill that I have to transfer into my name so I can pay all the bills. And since they do a one household rule, and since I live there, and since that's my last name, I'm responsible for the bill, and I'm responsible for like the balance that's still due. And also, I wouldn't be available for a new promotion, so I would have to take the cable, the phone, and the internet at the price that my mom was paying, and not at a new price.
Did you pay the last month?
No, me and my mom did.
No. See, I'm going to teach you a Jewish rule here.
No. There's like a past due balance on the account.
No.
Because like the bill was behind.
I'm going to teach everybody something about the cable company.
Yeah.
Listen. So say that you know that there's a balance on your mom, right?
Yeah.
Your mom has a balance. And where she's going, is she going to have the same account?
I mean, she's moving down to my grandmother's house, and my brother just moved out of my grandmother's house, so she has the same service.
Okay, but it's not going to be under her name.
Yeah.
So if it's not going to be under your name, and you have a balance, say, of $900 or less, and you know you're never going to be put on you're never going to use the service under your name, you never pay it. Why? Because it's too little for them to go after you. They'll send you letters and stuff, but because you're moving out of that address, the address is that house. So you'll never have to pay. And because you're getting Verizon, you have a whole new service. So you never, ever, ever, ever have to pay that last month because they don't need it. They're not going to go after you because it's not your name and you're getting a whole new service. Now, if you had the same last name, if you had the same thing and you were doing the same service, then I would say pay it.
Yep.
But you got, how much was it?
I didn't pay.
Oh, your mom paid.
Yeah, I believe it, but I don't want cable. I don't need cable, and I want internet and phone. And they were like, "Yeah, just $123 a month for internet." I was like, "Get the out of here, son!" So I went to Verizon, $80 a month, phone and Wi-Fi.
Unlimited data?
Unlimited and whatnot.
Yeah, that's good.
It's just not for my cell phone service. It's just for my Wi-Fi in my home phone. So $80 a month from that. My check-ins like did not come on. Thank God I'm keeping up with my oil changes. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that because I love my car. I love what it does for me, and I appreciate it.
It is
so much.
the most Honda car I've ever.
Yeah, Hyundai Sonatas, dude. They got cigarettes. They got cigarettes holders in there.
Wait, you got a new car? What happened to your old car?
What do you mean?
When did you get that car, Hyundai Sonata?
That's always been a Hyundai Sonata.
You had a Buick.
No, I did not have a Buick.
What's the car that we went to the comedy together? That's not the same car.
Yes, it is. It's the Hyundai Sonata. This guy had too much cool.
Oh, it is. I thought it was a what's the one with the C? Not a Chevy, not a Camaro.
And then third one, I'd use 37 gigabytes worth of data because I've had no Wi-Fi in my house because my mom closed out the service. My mom closed out the service and she was like, "Yeah, I got to take the boxes back." I was like, "Wait, I have to render this video. Please don't do this to me now." So for a whole week, I've been trying to get in contact with Optimum. I finally got in contact with them. The lady said, "Oh, since you've been living in the house, you got to pay for the bill. You're responsible for it." So I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go in." I went in and they told me the same deal. I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna go to Verizon." So they're coming in Thursday and they're gonna get it installed. And they said there has to be someone in the house over 18 years old and they have to be vaccinated. So guess what? Your boy needs a fake card. So
I can get you one. I'm vaccinated, but I know a guy.
All right, actually, talk to me off air.
Stupid.
Talk to me off air. Well, talk to me. We're all good. We're all good. But
that's the main tip from Austin. I'm telling you right now, don't pay that.
Yeah, that's the 10 Commandments. That's Shabbat. That's what that is.
If there's anything Hebrew school has taught me, it's how to screw over the cable company.
That's one thing. All right, listen, guys, we're going to go to our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk about something that's going all over the country again, the Delta variant. Stay right here at How You Know. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Cannot wait for that.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there?
Of course my kid's in the right car.
Now try your basement.
Well,
there's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfect
my kid's in a
laptop
booster
that hasn't
seat.
sat in your
He
lap
was
in months.
ready to
And
move
even
up.
more stuff.
He
But
is
still
ready.
no jobs? Well, you really have both.
Her car seat
Stuff is
looks
defined
like
as
the right
household
size.
articles considered as a group. Sometimes this
There are
stuff is no
probably
longer
rules on
needed.
when to move up to a
No longer
booster seat.
needed. That can't be right.
Aren't there?
Just remember those jobs you were looking for? Those
Rear
are really
facing,
needed. And they're the
forward
stuff
facing?
inside your stuff.
I think I have it right.
Inside that winter coat that made your independence. Our job is to unlock those jobs.
Car
And it
crashes are a
starts with you
leading
donate
killer
your
of
stuff
children
to your
1 to
local
13.
Goodwill.
Are
Here's
your
how we do
children
it.
in the right
When
car
you
seat
donate
for
to
their age
Goodwill,
and
we sell
size?
your stuff
Don't
and provide
think you
job
know.
training for
No, you
people
know.
right here in your
Go to
community. So
safercar.gov/the
just
right
by teaming
seat.
up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth
I know
learning
my
if you
child's in
look
the right
over
car
car
seat.
from your 80s cover
Or else I wouldn't get in the
Goodwill.
driver's seat.
Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your
America is working to change
One or
this.
the other could be
The
me.
Feeding America nationwide network of food banks rescues the surplus of food to help provide meals to families in virtually every community in the United States,
are more likely
including
to
yours.
graduate. So
But they
join
just
me
can't
in
do this
United
alone.
Way.
Join me
Take
in the fight
pledge.
against hunger in
Become
America.
a volunteer reader,
For more
tutor, or
information
mentor.
on what you can do to
Because
get
when a child
involved,
succeeds,
visit
we all
feedingamerica.org.
succeed.
That's feedingamerica.org.
Advocate.
Together we can
Volunteer.
solve hunger.
Live united.
Together,
Take the
we're
pledge at
feeding America.
unitedway.org.
A message from
Brought to you by
Feeding America
United Way,
and
the
the Ad
Ad
Council.
Council, and the National Football League.
Hey everyone. Let's all stop what we're doing right now.
They'll challenge your authority. They'll try to break your will.
Just
They'll
like that,
push you
we had
to
a
the
nice
edge of your
special
sanity.
together.
Because that's what
Of course,
kids
they don't all
do.
need to be quiet.
But this car is your
They can
territory,
be
not
loud
theirs.
moments, goofy moments,
Defend it.
sporty moments,
Who
dorky
makes the
moments,
thing?
moments where we talk,
Who
or
cleans it?
just
Who drives it?
it doesn't really matter.
You do.
They
That's
all
who.
count.
And in here,
Because every
your
time
word is
dads like
law.
us take a moment like that,
So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up,
it's pretty momentous.
you won't budge an inch
Sounds like
until
somebody
you hear
agrees.
that click.
So let's take a moment to make a moment.
Never give up.
Today, call
Until they
877-4DAD 411 or
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety
Brought to you by the U.S.
Administration and the
Department
Ad
of Health and
Council.
Human
For
Services
more
and the
information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
Music is
Let's
a bridge
go inside the mind of a
between
10-year-old.
material
I
and
should have
spiritual.
worn those earrings today.
My name is
I like
Harvey
those
Lauer,
earrings.
and I'm
Gabby has
82.
those awesome
As a
earrings.
blind person, you
Ask
have
her
to
where
be
she got
aware
those,
that
but that's
nobody
just
can
what you would
tell
want me
you
to do.
what you
I'll have
can or
Michaela ask
can't
her
do.
for
You
me.
really have to try.
Yeah, but then
My
Michaela will be like,
folks got me a
just
little
ask her yourself.
radio in
That's just what
1940,
Michaela.
and that was the best Christmas
Michaela is
present
such
I
a
ever
great
got.
name. I wish I was
When I
called
was
Michaela.
11 years old
There's
is
like
when I
a
started
dozen
to
Sarahs in my class.
play
Hey,
music,
we're not hitting
play
the road
piano,
until you buckle up,
and then the
honey.
accordion, and then the cello.
I forget
My wife,
sometimes
who was also
because my
blind,
brain
was a
is
good
like
cook.
busy.
When she died, that's when I started Meals
I
on
wonder if there's
Wheels.
pizza at school today.
America,
Sometimes
let's
it
do
can be tough
lunch.
to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible.
One in 6
Always make
seniors
sure they're
faces
wearing
the
their
threat of hunger,
seatbelts,
and
even on
millions
short
more live in
drives.
isolation.
Remember, you
Drop
have the
off a hot
keys,
meal and
you have
say
the
a quick
power.
hello.
Never give up until
Volunteer
you
for
buckle
Meals
up.
on
A
Wheels by
message from the
donating
National
lunch
Highway
break at
Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad
americaletsdolunch.org.
Council.
This
Visit
message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America
safeforcar.gov/kidsbuckleup
and the
for more
Ad Council.
information.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
The car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing? I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the right seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest and go to college. This is and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is our potential. So one day that potential can become surgeons and executives and people who could change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I am your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
This is Namdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles. But what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer and mentor. Why? Because over a million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed.
Welcome back, guys. We got some stories popping off. Especially in our city, New York City. New York City is now going to require everyone to have vaccination cards before you enter a restaurant, a gym, and various performance spaces. This new mandate is going into effect August 16th and will not be enforced until September 13th. That big gap, How does that work? I think that big gap is because it gives people time to get vaccinated or get prepared. I mean, why not make it a whole month? Because it's like August 16th to September 13th. And let me tell you something, the September 13th, that better not be a Friday, because if you're going to enforce things on Friday 13th, best believe I think everyone's going to get the vaccine, is going to turn into a zombie. I'm kidding. Of course, CDC did not come for me. But you know, New York City is giving the patrons a timeline to get vaccinated now, and people are not having it.
No.
They're not happy about this new thing because you know it's like you go into the lockdown, right, and then we come back home. We try to open a little bit, and then once we open, you know, we spread our wings. You know, we get girlfriends. You know, we create OnlyFans. You know, you get that clout, and then it's like, oh, you the one from OnlyFans. I recognize you from your feet, and you enjoy that. And the next thing you know, the Blasio talk about, yeah, you know, you gotta have vaccination cards. If you aren't vaccinated, you can enjoy the city. It's like I just experienced my freedom, and now you're gonna take it away from me. This is the only people that can deal with this is the Amish because they don't know anything. They don't know any better. They call that Hashabula, whatever they call the Amish have a year to go out and experience that. That's what we're coming off of, but then we're going to go back to lockdown. It's very hard. It's very hard to deal with.
It's called the Year of the Yenta. That's what they do. They go out and they gab.
Year of the Yenta. And, you know, New York City's not the only place to, you know, go back into a little bit of a lockdown. You know, LA is requiring all mask mandates, and it's not just because they have botched lips from the surgery. But it's very interesting now. What do we think about the vaccination mandates?
Here's my thing. Everybody keeps saying how it's like unconstitutional, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care if you get vaccinated or not. I just don't want to wear that mask anymore. I'm vaccinated. I don't want to wear. That's the reason why I got the vaccine. So I don't gotta wear the mask anymore.
Hey, I think the reason why you got the vaccine is so you won't die. I never thought that the reason to get the vaccine is to not wear a mask. I thought it was just protection against the vaccine. Now, when they say you can still get the vaccine, it's like, all right, guy, why did I take it? But then there's evidence of like people's lungs that get that get COVID still, that like their lungs are cloudy. It looks like someone put Metamucil in the cup and they stirred it up. It's like, wow. Milky white, almond milky white.
There's nothing that's you cannot make somebody do something they don't want to. That's America. You have choices. You can do
you haven't heard of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, well, you know.
He means Jeffrey Epstein.
That's exactly what I. Okay, Peter. All right, it's a joke.
No, Austin said, "You know what I mean." I said, "Yeah, you mean Jeffrey."
Play it. Play that sound effect. I know what you want to play.
I don't know what you want to play.
Hey, what did you do? Cool.
Play a school bell because that's appropriate. You know.
Wait. Let me go.
Yeah, continue.
So, everybody's gonna have a problem with it. I don't think. I think that even you're deterring people that already don't want to get the vaccine even more. I think that they do with something like this. But I don't know. Just get it. I guess. I mean, if everybody got it, we can all, you know, if something happens, we can all die together. And then who's gonna know? You know, I think there's gonna be a new Twilight episode.
Who's gonna know? It's gonna be the aliens. That's who's gonna know.
There's gonna be a new Twilight episode where everybody but one person got the vaccine, and he's the last person on Earth, and he's like, "Oh, I get the vaccine." Look at that.
Wait, Twilight or Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone.
Okay.
Did I say Twilight?
You said Twilight.
I mean, it's a good distinction. Those are two very different pieces of media. All right.
Twilight Zone, that'd be a good one, but I don't know. Just get it. I got it because my mom wouldn't shut up about it. And then when she said, "Don't you love you?" She said, "Don't you love your father? If you get it, you're gonna kill him. You're gonna kill him."
It's very hard to avoid the words of a Puerto Rican woman trying to get you to do two things. One is eat your rice and gandules, and two is to get the vaccine. You cannot avoid that.
It was the yelling in the fry pan in my face that really made me want to.
Yeah.
See, that would be great. Why don't you get a Puerto Rican woman in there to yell at everybody? Maybe guilt, and then you get that, and then you get a Yenta guilt tripping people.
Yeah, she said Johnson or cast iron. Your choice.
You either get the Johnson & Johnson or you get the frying pan. Which one?
But you know, it's very hard. It'll be hard for people to take the vaccine because it's kind of hard to take the mandate from somebody who you don't necessarily respect. Peter, my camera went off. Who you don't necessarily, because Bill de Blasio.
I know. Thank you.
Bill de Blasio said. Bill de Blasio was like. Bill de Blasio said, "Yeah, I would not, you know, mandate the vaccine." And next thing the guy said, "Yeah, unvaccinated people, you can't do anything if you don't get the vaccine." It's like, guy, you look like you eat pizza with a fork and a knife. I'm not going to respect you.
Isn't this like in high school when you need certain shots of vaccines to go to high school? No one has a problem with that.
Joe, but since the corona is not, it's on an emergency use.
Oh, that's what.
So, and it's not verified by the FDA. That's my only concern is that we are so focused on like a next variant because you know virus will mutate and whatnot. And if you believe that corona came out of a lab, they can essentially just put like a little sugar and spice on it, and then you can have a new variant. The sugar and spice, everything. Next thing you know, you got the corona variant, the Delta variant, the budget rental car variant, like whatever. I'm telling you, whoever is naming these coronaviruses are just naming it after companies that had horrible customer service with.
All right, we're gonna name this the Applebee's.
Next thing you know, if I'm gonna get a chance to name a corona variant, I'm gonna name it the optimal variant. Okay? You best believe that.
Yeah, you get Dr. Fauci's in a Starbucks. Can you have my order yet? You ordered? All right, next one is the Starbucks variant.
Yeah, yeah. And OnlyFans is trying to kick off all the porno stars.
Are they really?
Yeah, because they're trying to compete.
That's how they get the money.
They're trying to compete with Patreon. So best believe you better be watching out for OnlyFans variant. The OnlyFans variant.
OnlyFans is so much better than Patreon. I mean, oh yeah, follow me on Patreon. Follow me on OnlyFans.
But what it is about it, if you believe that it came out of a lab, they can essentially just mutate it in the lab and then throw it at us like a Pokemon, and then we're gonna have it over and over and over again. Only thing I'm concerned is the FDA working as hard as they are to put, as the CDC is to push out the vaccine.
The government doesn't lie because look what they do with cigarettes. They say cigarettes are fine. All right, they weren't.
But you said the government doesn't lie, or it does?
No, the government doesn't lie because look, they said cigarettes. We're fine. Now look, everybody.
All right. Let's not say it doesn't lie. All right,
that's a joke.
They still do not.
That's the joke. I'm saying they do lie.
They still do not observe or apologize for slavery. I mean, what happened to Emmett Till? Okay, like can we get an apology for that?
I wasn't there.
He wasn't there, but the lady said, "Yeah, it was a lie. He really whistled at me. I just walked past him. He smelled like cocoa butter, and I got triggered."
Some crazy stuff that go out there. Do you know? Wait, did you know we're going to be in the history books? It's going to be sick if we make it there. Actually.
No, we can make it. I mean, comedians will make it. We've helped people through. We're a part of the pandemic.
No, I'm talking about just being part of the pandemic. Yes. Go to chapter 5, page 30. We're gonna do the Joe Rogan podcast.
We're gonna be the history book of podcasts. The best believe we're gonna be on like page 2,057,000 because there are so many podcasts out there.
You call it the heartbreak, and then the one interview we had, the one phone interview.
It's gonna be thicker than the Chinese phone book. I'm sorry, Peter, but when you.
I don't even get that joke. Someone says that.
A Chinese phone book?
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. There's a lot of Chinese. That's it.
Is that what it is, Peter?
No, well, I mean, usually what I hear is, there's more chins.
But I use it all the time because there's a lot of Chinese. So.
Okay. Now I get it. I get it. What is that? Hold on. We're getting a phone call. We're canceling.
Why? That's not a cancelable joke. It's the logic. There's a lot of Chinese. Therefore, a lot of people on the phone. Don't try to cancel me.
Okay, no. This is what we gotta put the microphone secretly on when Peter during the break. That's what we gotta do.
No, then that's when we'll get canceled because you expose the Asian man for being who he is, and then we're gonna flip. And then sometime, and then somewhere we're gonna. What?
You say it again.
What? An Asian man?
No. For embracing his true personality, just trying to be happy. Be like, so an Asian man can't do a racist Asian accent, so you're racist for calling him out for doing that. Well, then I'm sitting down on Good Morning America with Andrew Yang. So I'm not gonna have that.
I'll be right there.
Well, I don't know
who's just what you're gonna say.
I don't know who's doing the racist.
I don't know. I just want the FDA to just like work as hard on the approval because if these variants keep on pushing up, the forcefulness of the people that you got to get vaccinated is going to push up too, and it could be a lot of variants. And I just want to know that the FDA actually approves the corona. I mean, even Cuomo said you cannot force people to take a vaccine that's under emergency use. Now his word is not really good right now because.
Get up, Cuomo. What are you doing here?
Good right now because
the guy was
trying to sling some pipe.
That guy went from being a god to us.
He was trying to sling. He was going after like secretaries, like, hey, you want to come over? My mother makes a good sauce. Like it was very, very, very bad. Like Cuomo, relax, and your nipples look like that, son. No one's gonna go home with you.
You remember when people were posting about like how hot his nipples were, and now it's like that guy wore nipple rings. F him. Yeah. It's a completely different turnaround. He's got to get a better publicist.
Yeah, I mean, Italian kids love two things: having some cash in their pocket and being derogatory towards women. It's just in their blood. You can't really get around it. But Cuomo, your word right now is not good. But he did say you cannot. It's true. You cannot force people to take a vaccine that's under emergency use. You cannot enforce that. I just want the FDA to be approved. So next thing you know, like 3 years later, we don't have an arm going out of our asses or something like that. Let me get that approval. I know you work so hard. I appreciate the hard work. So I don't know anything. I'm not a scientist. How you know? I'm just talking about how I feel. This is strictly emotion. But I would like an approval because if you're going to push it on people that are as healthy, that's not really going to be affected by the vaccine, and then maybe something pops up like sterilization or infertility or something. I don't know. but like just let me get that FDA approval and I'll be good. But hey, if you got underlying conditions, go ahead and get that vaccine. You know, my grandmother, she got it. She said she feels fine. The only thing wrong with her is she still thinks that black people should be called colored. But no, I'm kidding. She's feeling fine. She's in a nursing home. But if you got underlying conditions, go get it. But I just want the FDA to work as hard because I feel like they can throw variants at us like left and right. The only variant that you're supposed to like is Loki, and I appreciate anyone who watched Disney Plus series because you would get that joke. But these words, I'm sick of all these words that we don't understand. Variants, pandemic, panorama. Well, I need to be a scientist, and also I need to be a English lit teacher to understand what's going on in this pandemic right now.
Peter, can Joe Biden make him step down? Is he able to? Does he have the power to do that?
Make who step down?
Andrew Cuomo, because he asked him to step down. Can he make him step down?
I don't know if he can make him. Like that would have to be like a. There has to be like a trial.
Now the people of New York is not going to let that happen. Like this is New York. We're going to deal with it the regular way. So Cuomo will meet me outside 7 p.m. and tell him to bring a baseball bat.
We're going to beat his ass.
I'm going to put him right there on Delancey Street in Manhattan. Tell him to bring come there.
You want to touch women without consent?
Yeah, he's gonna be an overweight guy. So you like to touch girls, huh? He's gonna be unbuttoning his shirt. There's nothing but hair. You like to touch little girls, huh? Paulie, give me my bat.
It should be Cuomo, like almost in the press conference, and his dad comes to him and just keeps slapping him in the face. What's wrong with you, boy? You know, we didn't come to Ellis Island for this.
Like Ghost Mario Cuomo.
Yeah. We didn't come. Yo, grandmother, they didn't come from Ellis Island for you to do this.
His father would set him detention on the Mario Cuomo Bridge. Yeah. They're gonna sit there and think about what you did. All right.
I saw for what my son did. He is now on a boat to Jersey. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an embarrassment. And your brother, who's supposed to be
embarrassed, the Cuomo's.
Your brother, who's supposed to be a newscaster. The guy's like on Hollywood Access. Like he's a gossiper.
Now he's just looking.
He's like, yeah, I'm my biggest mistake in life was having you be a guest on the show. I'm like, dude, just tell me that cat's in the tree and get off the show.
I bet you he kind of sees the opportunity of being like the more well-known Cuomo, the good Cuomo.
It's a competition. Probably it's definitely a competition because you get famous, you get notoriety, and like people don't like this play like the girl who played Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah,
she's related to the Olsen twins. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You think Elizabeth Olsen that looks just like the Olsen twins?
I thought about it then. It didn't register.
Yeah, we were talking about a few months ago that like. Jared just like it was a Jared Peters show. Austin, you weren't there, but yeah, we're talking about that.
When we did that. It's kind of the always black, like one of them is shorter than the other, so it looks like one of them. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. But like you Skip Bayless on the first thing his brother, the chef. I forgot his name. He's a chef. So you got competition among siblings.
It's just like Peter and I are supposedly brothers. That's what some woman told us a month ago. Like, you guys brothers?
Well, we got this variant out here, man. The Delta variant, which honestly, it's a variant. I don't understand it, but I'm not gonna be afraid of it. It's called Delta because I'm expecting there's gonna be a 3-hour delay before it infects everybody. So, and honestly, with this variant thing, they're saying it's as contagious as chickenpox. Which, let me tell you something, chickenpox was like the kids' AIDS. Like everybody, that was the children's AIDS. That was the OG AIDS for everybody because you knew about it. Oh, yeah. Once you saw someone with chickenpox, yo, get away from me. They fraternized with the wrong people. Like that's when you knew someone had to be like excommunicated from a community. But I don't know what makes it as contagious as chickenpox. They're hyping it up. You still wear your mask, wash your hands, be safe. Don't be tongue kissing people that you meet at a comedy show. I didn't do that. I'm just using it as an example.
Bull. That's what he did. Bull.
No, I really didn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Have you ever gone home with someone after?
Oh no, never. I'm not comfortable with that. And also, I met this girl at a show once, and she was like, "Oh, so like good set. Let me follow you." So like. What do you do? And I was like, I'm just, and then as I was answering that, a big ass bait came out, like the ones that look like a grenade, like frag out, like one of those.
I'm gonna smoke this place out. Here we go.
And then she was like, yeah, I do that. I was like, okay. And then 3 of her friends came around the corner, 2 dudes and a girl, and they just passed it around. And one of the guys had bumpy stuff on his lips. I was like, gotta go.
I've always been nervous after, if you ever go home with a girl that sees you up on stage, because I just don't want her to ask, while we're having sex, tell me a joke. Tell me a joke. I swear to God.
If a girl's asking you to tell her a joke while you're inside of her, you shouldn't be having sex with her.
I should have said the joke's inside of you. It's small. Tell me a joke, and it's inside of you. And then she stops. She goes,
and here's
"Get out."
Oh.
And then she goes, "Get out." Be like, that's always what happens after you stand up.
Get out. Just as a prediction, what do you think these variants? Because I know there's probably going to be more. Do you think there's going to be more
there's always
variants?
going to be more.
What do you think? What do you think? Like the added superpowers are going to be all these variants? Because like I feel like these variants are like your my player in 2K. Like the more it's around, the more you get some coin and you can bump it up. So
that's a good question. All right, so let's see. We're on D, A, B, C, D, E. So we'll call it the Indigo. That's hot.
Call it the Elon variant.
The Elon variant. Oh, the Elon variant makes you want to go to space. That is the Elon variant. The COVID variant. I want to go to space, Mom.
The Elon variant kills all black people because he's from South Africa. They still believe in apartheid there. No, kidding. They don't
know that.
They don't.
I can't wait to get to the P. We'll call it. Okay, what if there's a Peter variant?
Peter variant?
Yeah.
It just makes people do a very, very, very offensive Chinese accent. You're just gonna turn up news like the Peter variant has hit everybody, and everybody in Hollywood has been canceled.
Everybody's just talking that way.
And the only person that's doing is Steven Yeun from Walking Dead, even though he's Korean.
Oh yeah. Remember what you said? What did you say before on this show? And you're like that. You're like, that's not Korean.
Oh no, he said like we're talking about some Korean woman.
I'm talking about
a Korean woman that I think
he
also wanted to go out with or whatever.
You said he met a Chinese girl.
No, it was Korean, and then Jared said konnichiwa, and I'm like, that's Japanese.
Yeah, but no, I also said that he was dating a Chinese woman, and then I said, oh, she got soul, and I said not talking about Korea, and I corrected myself. But what is these next variants, man? Just wash your hands, just be hygienic as you always should be.
What do you think, Peter?
About what?
The variants, the Delta variants, and the push for the vaccine without approval from the FDA. I'm not sure how much they're working on it, but
it's like the carb shop. Is my Corona almost done? Yeah, we're working on it. Is the COVID vaccine done? Yeah, Tony's working on it. Tony, you good? The parts that came in.
Yeah, it's like because it's like they're holding your car up there because you have to fix something that they don't have to fix. Like the Delta variant comes out, it's like, all right, so I can go outside, right? No, you need new cup holders. Okay, I gotta put in new cup holders. Before you do that, get new cup holders and you can come in.
But I had plenty of cup holders before. I don't know what
exactly. Peter, what do you think about the whole debacle with the Delta variant?
I mean, I think that we should just do what we should have done in the beginning and just pay everyone, keep everyone inside for 6 weeks, a month and a half, or even 3 months, and let everything pass. Like, don't let the virus spread.
Yeah,
let it pass.
Hey, that's a great idea.
I mean, in New Zealand, it was like when we were still going through it. I think like 4 months in, they were like back to like full capacity.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing now.
Let us stay home. Let us have Zoom shows and StreamYard shows and pay us.
Yeah, I mean
I'll do this podcast every day. I don't care.
I'll do it. If we're able to say that we're just doing this every single day, I would do every single day.
I'll do sketches. I'll do my PSAs, and I'll do this podcast. And best believe I'm going to get a lot of followers.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Well, if it wasn't for COVID, this thing would never happen.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know about New Zealand, but I know Australia is like under some strict lockdowns.
No, I was talking about like when we were going through it, like last year.
No, I understand. Yeah,
and they locked down. Like they opened, we were locked down.
Yeah, I mean actually in April of 2020, my relatives who are still like in China, like they were giving over surplus PPE that we were still having shortages of, but they had an excess of.
Yeah.
They actually handled it responsibly,
and
so they sent it over to us. And we had like boxes and boxes of the can was it 95 masks and everything else.
Yeah.
So
you had the boxes to put the mask in. We had boxes to put bodies in. It was bad.
No, exactly. But yeah, I mean, we just gotta be. Our government has to be responsible about it. That's the thing.
Yeah, man, responsibility, acting swift enough. You know, people want to blame Trump. Oh, he didn't do this, to do that. Well, whatever the case may be, you know, we seen what it could do now. You know,
because we can't bomb the vote.
Yeah,
we were able to bomb the variant.
If we were able to bomb the variant, dude, we would have been straight.
Been over. If there was a way, we're gonna do a nuclear bomb that always kills this virus. Oh, we're already doing.
You just take an M80 to the air, just shooting it up in the air,
and they go. Someone goes, "Wait, what's that thing up in the sky?" Don't worry about it. What happened? Nothing.
You just gotta
feel better.
You just gotta like purify the air, like the neuralizer in Men in Black 2 when the neuralizer was in the Statue of Liberty, and took care of the whole tri-state area. I don't know, but I hope things. I hope I hope things don't close because like I want to get on the roll, you know, and catch up and get the momentum so we can, you know, all just like come out and like do what we want to do. But hey, we got to do it. We got to do it. I'm not complaining about it.
How you know?
You don't know. It's all predictions, all for our feelings, guys. We don't know in the show. We're dumb. We're curious and we're dumb, and we say things, and at the end of it, we get something beautiful. It's kind of like that scene in Ghost when they're doing like the clay making. It starts off looking like a dick, to be honest with you, but you end up with a very, very beautiful sculpture, and that's what this show is. We say things, they may be wrong, they may be wrong, but by the end of it, we talk it out, and we get a beautiful sculpture. And Patrick Swayze passes away. That's what happens in that movie.
Real too.
Yeah, rest in peace, Patrick Swayze. Dirty Dancing, real good movie.
Roadhouse,
real good movie. All right, you want to get into sports now?
Yeah, let's get into sports.
All right, let's start off with your show, with your
okay.
topic.
All right. The MLB trade deadline. Everybody, let's talk about it. The Yankees got Joey Gallo from Texas. Left-handed batter. This
guy's got a small face. It's like shrunken.
Small face because that's why you have to be a Yankee as a rule. You can't have a name.
Why is that?
Because they've always been clean shaven ever since the 70s, 80s.
You know what? That just furthers my like little disdain for the Yankees because my grandfather, I told this on the podcast before, but my father's father always said that don't like the Yankees because they were the last team to allow a black man
They
play.
were the last one that played.
And like just having a clean shave rule. That's kind of like when you walk to a bar, they have very specific rules that only fit the black people. Like no ripped jeans, no jerseys, no Jordans.
No Jordans.
No dark skin. It's a very fine print on the end. So like when both teams have rules like that, it's like you're kind of like a country club, and you still have some of those old sentiments in you.
All right, so they got Joey.
But hey, they have Dominicans, and they're dark, but they don't say they're black. So hey, it's okay.
Muy blanco.
All right, Joey Gallo. My fault.
Joey Gallo. He's I think he was right fielder, left fielder. I think right fielder. And then they got out of nowhere, as I was actually at Peter's house when it happened. They got Anthony Rizzo of the Chicago Cubs.
He's a Parkland, Florida kid.
Now, the 2016 Cubs, they won the World. Was it 2016?
Yeah, 2016.
They won the World Series, right? The Yankees gave them Aroldis Chapman to go win World Series. I already talked about that. But they had a fire sale. They gave up their three best players. They gave up Baez to the Mets. They gave up Chris Bryant to San Francisco.
Baez or Baez?
Baez to the Mets. And then they put Rizzo to the Yankees. Out of nowhere, we finally got a good first baseman. I'm not saying DJ LeMahieu is not a good first baseman, but DJ LeMahieu has been playing every freaking position, and Luke Voigt is hurt. Now you got an all-star first baseman that can not only hit for power, hit for home runs, but can also make dope plays. He's the key to the Yankees winning because once Joey Gallo, once Anthony Rizzo came on the team, the Yankees went from looking like my Red Sox Little League team to the true like 90s Yankees, unbeatable. They have been winning almost every single way. They killed the Orioles the other day, and it's because when you bring in base, this happens in baseball a lot. If your team is doing really bad and you get a star, everybody's morale goes up. And when that happens, people won't want to play. Even the Yankee games where for the last month, you didn't know who was even playing. You didn't even know who are these guys. Oh, this guy we brought him from AAA, brought him from AA, we traded for him. But now the Yankees have a stacked team, and because of that, the missing puzzle was Gallo. More importantly, I think Rizzo. And the Yankees look great now. The same thing with the Mets. They got an all-star, was it shortstop or second base he plays?
I think Lindor is a shortstop. So
second base.
Yeah.
Another guy, out of nowhere. Like nobody was expecting the Cubs to do that, and that's what's so crazy about it. Because when I first heard that Anthony Rizzo got on the Yankees, I said, "What?" And he's not only doing great with the Yankees, he wants to be with the Yankees. He put out a tweet saying that he cannot believe he's playing for the best sports, one of the best sports franchises of all time, and he's having fun now because the Cubs after 2016 were ass, and now he comes from being on the last place team to the Yankees.
I mean, can you say they were ass? Did they have Baez at the time?
Yeah.
And also, you're forgetting a key player that they got rid of that didn't get Chris Bryant.
Yeah.
Chris Bryant's fire. Like Chris Bryant.
I know they're great, but I'm talking about when you have all-stars and your team is bad.
It just bumps up the morale.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like for the Yankees, we're used to the Teixeira, Jeter, Rodriguez, Swisher, Gardner, that era. And it was just like everywhere you looked, it was all-star guys. And now this was like, I mean, because you have guys that rise to the ranks like Sanchez and whatnot. And obviously, Giancarlo and Judge are going to do that for you. But like with the Yankees, I feel like there's always a team where everywhere you look, you better see an all-star, and that's the only way you're going to win. It's not necessarily due to talent, but also just like through the look.
Yeah, so
it's the look, and then you have the pinstripes in there. And people say, "Oh, you see the pinstripes coming at you. It's different. Like you've never seen a pinstripe suit, or you've never been to a black church before." But like it all has to do with the look and the morale. And once you get the Bronx rocking, you can't really go back to that. And the last time you had a first baseman that you trusted was Teixeira. And that guy, how tall was Teixeira?
He's like he's like 6'3".
Yeah, he was a tall dude. And how Rizzo's a tall dude.
Yeah, Rizzo's like 6'4".
And the kid looks like he likes to eat chicken parm. So it seems like that the Yankees, if you have that aesthetic, you got it. And you got the talent. You got Judge. You got Stanton. You got Rizzo there. Cole is big too. You got to roll this back, right?
Yeah, the Yankees are known for having all-star players, and people know who they are. Like the last month, it was so bad because they wouldn't know who anybody is, and the Yankees always had corner guys, so first base and third baseman, always great players. It was always like the second base or even the catcher or some outfielders, whatever. But always the corner guys are always well known, like A-Rod, Teixeira, all those guys, the shortstop, all that stuff. Now, this happens that when I played, once you got somebody that on the team, like if you're in the last place team, you got someone that actually knows what they're doing, who understands the game, understands how to play. You want to play. Baseball is almost like basketball. And baseball and basketball, this is how they go together. If you don't want to play that day in basketball, it shows. It shows you're just going to mail it in. You're not going to run hard. The same thing with baseball. If you're not in the right mindset, it's never going to work. And now when the Yankees fought, they sucked. Wait till next year. Rizzo comes in, hits a home run first game, hits a home run second game, gets all these RBIs. Yankees are like, oh, man, you know what? We're back in this.
I mean, to say if you don't want to play, it shows. Like, those guys don't play. What they do is they send it out there and they spit sunflower seeds and try to have a competition against each other. But it's not a sport that you always have to be on. That's one thing. It's like you just be standing there for hours. The concentration comes from the pitcher, the catcher, and the hitter. But everybody else, you got to pay attention, but you just be thinking about your girl's OnlyFans and it's the fact that she's going to leave you.
But the Delta virus.
Yeah, and that's not going to show because you're just going to be standing there. But yeah, I mean, you have to when you're in those positions that I mentioned, you got to be focused because that will show. There's a lot of people trying to come into your. There's a lot of people trying to distract you, get into your head, and you can't allow that to happen. So focus is very primary in baseball. But yeah, man, the Yankees, it's about that aesthetic, it's about that look. And even if you guys are losing, I feel like if you have those all-stars, you feel okay because it's just about notoriety and it's just about knowing that you can take it to that level if you want to. But when you have that legacy behind you and you have the players to back it up, the play doesn't necessarily have to be there every year.
Not the Seattle Mariners. You can't name one person on the Mariners, but you should be able to name almost all the guys on the Yankees. Now, I'm not saying
Mariners have a good market though.
Yeah,
Ken Griffey and Ichiro, so they have the track record for it. Yeah.
I mean, but here's the thing. I think that the Yankees are going to make the playoffs, but they're not going to win. I do believe that the Mets are going to make it to the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to win either because, like I said, I don't care. I know I'm a Met hater, but the Mets, who they play, are not as good as any. They play in a bad division. That's how they always win. The Yankees actually have a better record than the Mets, and the Yankees are in third place. People forget that. That's the reason why I crap on Met fans because they think that because they're in first place, they're the best. The Yankees have a better record, and they're in a hard division. It's all about the division.
That's right. It's all about your division in baseball. But Who else? So we got Baez that went. Where did Chris Bryant go?
Chris Bryant went to the San Francisco Giants.
That's another good ballpark. That's a beautiful ballpark.
You've been there?
No. But I just see it. I see it when they hit home runs
right around the water.
And it's funny seeing people in kayaks fight. It's just like this white 57-year-old dad.
It's always white guy.
It's just like white 57-year-old dad who wears Columbias, and then they get real gangster when that ball goes into the road. It's like, it's mine. Hey pal, get the hell away from my kayak.
I think there was one where these two guys on kayaks were fighting with the ball. They actually hit each other with the kayaks, and one guy flipped the kayak over. But actually helped them because it's in the freaking water.
It's like we go to Adventureland, but they're not using bumper cars; they're using kayaks. Yeah, it's
Jair just called me.
Yeah, call him back. Have him be a quote, and he's only getting 2 minutes. He's not talking.
Keep going. I mean, he's gonna call Peter's phone and just let me. I'm gonna text him.
Well, I had more question, and he also said, "Now tell me about this Dodgers and Astros things. You're saying that they're going to be rivals now?"
Yeah, well, because what happens is that 2019, they played the Dodgers versus the Houston Astros, and the Dodgers say that the reason why they cheated the Houston Astros. So because of that, when you get cheated in a World Series, especially in the Dodgers, it's LA, a prestige team just like the Yankees, they're gonna hate you. They actually, Los Angeles fans actually handed out papers saying we're all gonna say Astros. You Astros.
Whoa, real creative LA. From a city that has a whole art district, I would expect a little bit more out of you.
Basically, like that. This is how the teams become right, because you literally cheated the Dodgers out of a World Series. You cheated the Yankees out of a World Series. That's why the Astros have no friends. Everybody hates the Astros, and now because the team that you cheated out of a World Series, the fan base is really the people that create the rivals.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be right. Like some guy threw an inflatable trash can on the field.
Yeah,
they were throwing baseballs back when taking BP batting practice before the game. They're throwing baseballs back. The Dodgers fans, they're ruthless, just like Yankees and Red Sox fans. They don't like other teams like that. And now there's a new rivals, and I like it. I like it.
Well, I mean, Houston has been a marquee place for a lot of players. The James Harden left, Russell left. They're a little bit empty right now. They're known as cheaters. Deshaun Watson, he's not too popular, especially with the Asian community right now too. If you're a masseuse, you don't like that guy. But it is something to say, like, they're throwing balls back there in the BP. To me, there's a line where you're going to be a fan, and also you're just going to be an a-hole.
Astros.
You're going to be an a-hole, and it's like at a point you're a person paying money to go see professional players, no matter what team you're going to see. You're seeing professional players, and you appreciate. Like I saw the video of the guy that was on the Cincinnati Reds that he threw the ball. He threw the ball, and he's like, "Yo, I appreciate you for coming in." And the guy was rooting for the other team, but it's like, "Yo, I appreciate you for coming." That's what I like to see, because you're coming to see me. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the game as a whole. But maybe just the Dodgers and the Yankees and the Sox fans, they're all just losers. Maybe, and they have nothing else to tend to right? I don't care. I root for both. I mean, the black thing, the black thing really offsets me, but I root for both. If the Yankees are in the NLCS or whatever, I'll root for them.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the Yankees, when Jackie Robinson was playing, the Yankees never hassled him. If you watch,
when Jackie Robinson was playing, we didn't call him the N-word when he was up the bat. It was 2-42. It was only until after when we threw a brick through his window and called his wife a whore. That's when we got him. When he was on the field.
In the number 42, the Yankees are the good guys. So that's not all by that history. Not because the Phillies, they hated him. I've never really met a Phillies.
Yeah, in the movie 22, Lucas Black, who was the guy that passed the field, was outfielder too. So
he played second base.
Second base. So
he looks so obviously awkward. He looks so awkward. It's like, who's? He should be like, aren't you the guy that? Aren't you family?
So one of the greatest songs made for a movie. Tabo wants to call in, so let's replace him with Jair. Tabo,
you got to send him Peter's number.
What's your number, Peter?
No, don't say it over the air.
Wait.
I'll text you it.
Give him my number.
Oh, he doesn't want his number.
No, give it to him.
Oh, okay.
No. Wait. Peter, send a DM to this.
Oh, yeah.
Send a DM to Nurse.
That's better.
TY Gaming.
Are you acting like I'm ready to do this?
My fault, bro.
TY Gaming.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it is your fault. I know. Okay. All right. I'm gonna follow request.
Yeah, he's gonna follow request him, and then if you can send him a DM, and if not,
Tell him no cursing. Just make sure.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. They
It's all
come
right.
here and bomb the F you guys.
No, I baseball is better. Better when it has rivalries in it. It's good to see.
Must have been our rivals.
Because the fans make it. The fans make the games. So yeah, we'll see. I'm happy to see where the Yankees go. I'm happy to see that Baez and Lindor they're back together. Because they play for the Puerto Rican team, I believe. I believe
that's.
Huh?
Oh yeah, team Puerto Rico.
Baez and Lindor.
You said the Florida. That's
No.
Team Puerto Rico.
And it's good. It's good to see that played in Queens. All right, with the Puerto Ricans and Queens, they go wild. All right.
The next person that the Mets are going to get is Lin-Manuel Miranda. Honestly,
Morel or Miranda?
Miranda. Damn it.
That's what he's singing songs.
Oh, instead of Hamilton, it's Mets. The Mets. We're gonna play the Mets. The Mets. We're gonna win today.
All right, my camera's on 1, so I'm gonna get in my last segment. And we're gonna get out of here.
Where is this guy? Oh, he's gonna.
Yeah. If not, it's all right. So, guys, we had a lot of trades in MLB, but also we had a lot of trades in the NBA season, a lot of acquisitions. So I got all my notes. I'm just gonna read them all out because it's a lot. Today, real special day in my heart as a Knicks fan. Kemba Walker is planning to buy out his contract with OKC and he's going to sign with the Knicks. This is something that is beautiful because I've always said that the Knicks need a strong point guard. No, Kemba has had injuries, but he's still a solid point guard, can still give you good time. And he's from the Bronx.
The Bronx.
He's from the Bronx, who's going to represent New York. And the last time that we had a New Yorker, our point guard was Stephon Marbury, and the guy went to China and they got a statue made out of him. All right? Those are the two people that get meet your feet bleed.
I like those.
The two China who are held to the highest regard. Marbury. All right. So Kemba, welcome. John Collins, we got he's had a 5-year deal with the extent.
Yeah, then it's having trouble. What else is new?
You just said so nonchalantly.
Okay, I was trying to do something.
Hey, my God. Then we got DeMar DeRozan. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 5 years extension with $172 million with OKC. Congrats to him. The kid can dress. They need OKC because the only thing they have is wings. Ribs. Blake Griffin, Brooklyn is in 1 year. I can see Brooklyn taking the championship. PJ Tucker is 2 years with the Miami Heat. I don't know how that guy's going to get all his shoes down in Miami because he has a boatload, but best believe that plane might go down in the Pacific Ocean, and the wreckage from that plane is going to be only wreckage that can be sold on StockX.
Yeah, when you buy a shoe, it comes with plane parts.
Caruso, $37 million with the Chicago Bulls. He deserves it. Alex Caruso from the Lakers. Tristan Thompson was traded to the Atlantic Atlanta Hawks for Chris Dunn in the 2023 pick. Hopefully he doesn't cheat on his wife down in Atlanta. He probably will. Trevor Ariza and Dwight Howard are going back to the Lakers. More old guys. D Rose, 3 years, $43 million with the Knicks.
I didn't know he was still in the
No, he was. Julius Randle wasn't producing against the Hawks, and D Rose was the only one giving us points against Trae Young. I don't know why. Lonzo Ball, 4 years, $85 million to Chicago. You got Zach LaVine, you got Lonzo Ball. That is a light-skinned backcourt. You can't stop them. Kyle Lowry's going to the Miami Heat. I'm happy for him. You know, he may get a ring down there with Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, wannabe black, Duncan Robinson, Bam Adebayo, so that team's dangerous. Jimmy Butler just signed an extension with the Heat too. Trae Young got an extension. Now this is the trade that broke most of the news. Chris Paul signed an extension too. This is the trade that broke most of the news. Russell Westbrook for a 2024 and 2028 second round pick from the Washington Wizards got traded for a number 22 pick in this year's draft. Kyle Kuzma, which people have been a little iffy on. They don't really like him. He was, when he first came into the league, people were like, yo, we got to keep Kuzma because Lonzo's shot, it is dog trash. But then when he was playing, he didn't really show up. KCP, an outside shooter, and Montrezl Harrell, who's a good rebounder, and he's a dog. He'll do the dirty work. They traded for those players. Now, people say that Russell Westbrook isn't a winner.
Wait, so where's Westbrook going?
Westbrook's in the Lakers.
Yeah, so he's going to the Lakers?
Yeah.
Okay,
he's on the Lakers. So
okay, then the Lakers going to win.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. People say that they're going to win.
Yes.
Which, I don't believe, because I don't believe when stars get together that first year they can do it. I think there has to be a jail. That's why the Nets didn't work out along with injuries. People say, though, that Westbrook is not a winner because he's focused on stats. He's focused on triple doubles. Now, there's a certain level of play and intensity that goes into getting a triple double because it's very hard. And people say that he's selfish and he just focused on numbers. But here's my thing: Russell's from CPT, straight out of Compton.
Oh, let's say, what is that?
That's where he grew up.
See,
LA is his hometown. He grew up rooting for the Lakers.
Wait, how is CPT?
Compton.
Yeah, but that's so many. Compton's a small word. Why is it 3?
Listen, if I scoop said it, I'm gonna say it. Okay, just because I'm from the CPT, pump police are afraid of me. Ugh. All right, that's what he said.
Ugh. Today was a good day.
Russell Westbrook, he goes to his hometown Lakers. Do you think? What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
Oh my God!
You were saying
Russell Westbrook, he goes to the Lakers, right? And a lot of people think that he'll get his stats up, he'll pad the stats. I think that if he really cares about
CPT3.
Exactly. I think that if he really cares about Peter, what are you doing?
I don't know. Jair called.
Oh, that's of course it's Jair doing this. Jair is screwing us up.
Point blank. People think that the LA is going to win. I don't know. How do you know? Because I think that teams need a year to gel. But also, people think that they're going to lose and they're going to fail because Russell Westbrook is too selfish. I think that when you go home to play for your team, a team that you grew up rooting for, that changes your morality. It harps on your heartstrings a little bit more, and maybe you put yourself to the side and you put your own personal accolades to the side, and you really help your team win. Because there's a lot of people on this team that are role players. I mean, Dwight Howard, you know he's going to know his role. Trevor Ariza, still a good basketball player. You know he's going to know his role. Carmelo playing with LeBron, that's a lifelong thing. They've been friends for a long time. You know he's going to play a role. The only person on that roster that's not necessarily a role player that still got some fire in the tank is Russell Westbrook. And I think when he steps on that court and he puts on that Lakers uniform, he's going to say, yo, I'm home. I'm going to do whatever I can to win. I don't care about my stats, whatnot. He's already been a league MVP, triple-double for the season. He's a great player. But he might put his own accolades to the side and say, yo, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to win. And it's just a matter of time until we see that. So
now, here's my question. Do you know how long LeBron has on his contract?
What he signed? Maybe 2 more years, I think.
Do you think that in the next 2 years, if he wins, you think he's done?
He wants to be LeBron. He's already 2 of Bronny's teammates from high school. They're in the NBA. They got drafted.
He's waiting for his son to get.
So he's probably going to wait for his son. He said it on his talk show. Like, yeah, it'll be something that I thought about and it could be good, but if it happens, it happens. I was like, all right.
He sounds like
it. But yeah, he's waiting for it. And honestly, you don't know because LeBron, the kid's body, it's 36 years old or 37. He's He's prime time. You know, Tom Brady's 44 years old.
He's
He's
trying
still
to do
playing.
like a Ken Griffey thing. Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr.
But like LeBron, time wins all
You know
time.
what's good, though?
It doesn't show with
You
LeBron.
got to give up to LeBron James for naming his kid Bronny and not. Wait, what's
No. His name is LeBron James Jr. But that's why they call him Bronny. That's why he calls him Bronny, because he said, "Yo, that was my biggest mistake saying that," because now he has to live up to all that hype. So now he calls him Bronny.
When you do that, you are an Astro.
Yeah.
When you do that, it only worked for one person, and that's Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, real big.
Ken Griffey wasn't the best,
but the guy knew how to wear hats.
Jr. was great.
But the Ken Griffey Jr., he knew how to wear hats, and he created the greatness. So you can't say anything about Ken Griffey Sr.
What's your name? LeBron James Jr. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, why would you?
Because this is great. Hello.
Who is this?
Is this me?
Hello? Who is this?
What is it?
Tavo?
Who is this? Hello.
You there?
Can I get on the mic real quick?
Oh, this is Jair.
No, I can't. I can't tell.
Get on the mic real quick.
You're on the mic already.
Someone check me into the mic real quick.
Yeah, you're here.
You're already on the mic.
Peter, why?
Man, Austin and them sound far away, Peter. I can only hear you.
That's really weird. Because I haven't plugged in and did everything Austin said to do. So I don't know.
Yo, Peter, you just totally plugged in Jair when we're in the middle of a basketball talk, but but he hears me talking about. Okay.
Jair, can you hear me?
Jair, are you there?
I can hear you. Okay.
How can we hear people on the moon, but we can't hear you on the phone?
He said, "How come you what?"
How can you hear people? How can we hear people on the moon, but we can't hear people on the phone? Because you're plugged in.
All right. What's up? Where are you?
Give me a little speech because my camera's about to die.
What are you wearing?
Jared, what are you gonna say? Because Jair. Oh, Jared, you could keep going and
racist. No.
I'm in Grenada right now.
You're in Grenada.
He's getting Grenada. So you know the guy's got a vaccine card.
Is this long distance?
He's got a vaccine. He's in Grenada. He's got a vaccine card, and best believe he has a machete.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Is this long distance?
Okay.
I think he did something to me that I don't want to say over there.
All right.
He sounds like he's in a helicopter.
Is that all for now?
All right.
All right.
Typical Jair. Typical Jair. Put in the show.
I think LeBron might stay out to play with Bronny. You know that might be
Is LeBron James Jr. Is he good at all? Like,
yeah, bro. He's playing against it. Recently, he played against Simone Bates, which is the #1 prospect in the country right now. And they're really good. So he's predicted to do really, really good. He's LeBron James' son. So, but yeah, I would suspect that LeBron is waiting out to play with his son, which would be cool. You know, a lot of families coming together. I mean, all the Antetokounmpos, they got rings. Last year, Lakers won. The one Antetokounmpo brother got a ring. Two of them got a ring this year, because both Giannis and his other brother play, and the third and the fourth one's coming out of high school, and he's looking nasty, and he just trying to deal with the Pacers for a practice squad. Lonzo, there was talk that Lonzo and LaMelo were going to come together in Charlotte, but Lonzo went to Chicago, so we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, man, exciting stuff going on in the NBA, MLB. A lot of switch ups. People getting fake. These players are getting fake. They're switching up. They're going to different places. But how do you know? You never know where your career could take you. So just stay prepared, be prepared, because how do you know? You don't know. And that's the whole point of the show and the glow and the flow that we got. I'm about to start spitting. No, I'm not, because my camera's about to die. Guys, if you got anything to say, log off, because I think this was a great show today.
Yeah, so before the show, you were bringing up a picture that I posted, and Austin said to stay for the show.
No, Peter, you had the energy of like a madam that ran a brothel in like the early 1900s. Like the way you were sitting, if that picture was in black and white, Peter, I would have thought that I saw this out of a history book about like woman empowerment. Like I'm not lying to you.
That's good. So you're saying the picture when I'm on the bench that I posted on Instagram last week?
The picture was fierce, Peter. Like you were on the bench, your chin was up. Yeah. You had a lot of like energy with you. Like I said it to Austin. I was like, yo, look at our producer right I said, this guy is killing it.
So who is this?
It's not even a red shirt. It was a mix of like burgundy and maroon. I said, this guy knows how to coordinate right now. Peter, I might put that as my profile picture for like a day or so on Instagram. I'm not kidding you. When I'm feeling down, Peter, I look at this picture. I'm not kidding you. I look at that picture like, Peter, if Peter do it, I can too. Great pick taking guy. What we have to say this guy now?
Well, we got to thank Joanne Lee for the pictures.
Joanne Lee, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. We respect you. We support you.
That bench is now going to be his. They're going to put a plaque.
Yeah.
Madam Lewis. All right, that's it for me, everybody. Let's get out of here. Everybody, we had a great show today, man. We'll figure it out. Hey, follow me but don't forget to follow the show at WWSRN on iPhone. That's WWSRN on iPhone.
Yeah, we gotta start recording clips too.
Yeah,
so
actually, I got this thing called the Headliner app. It's pretty. You've probably seen it. It actually does clips for you.
Is it the same app you use on the show on the page like when they post our audio?
Kind of, but it's a different kind though.
All right, as long as it doesn't have a watermark and as long as it doesn't mess up the footage, I'm good.
All right,
but we're probably gonna start a Highly Know podcast page so you guys can follow us.
Or WWSRN iPhone.
Yeah, he almost messed it up. But WWSRN. Go ahead.
Worldwide Sports Radio Network on Android. Worldwide Sports Radio Network on Android.
Yeah, just type that in. Download the app. You can stream the show live on all the shows on the network. But you can stream the show live. You can go on Facebook, YouTube. Also, guys, Spotify and Apple Music. Type in WWSRN Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We're there too. You can listen to How You Know and all the other glorious shows on this network. Follow your boy J Harvey 15 for my stand-up dates and for more sketches and a little bit of PSAs. Just some fun. Come see you, kid. I might buy a chain. I might buy a chain. Want to document that, because
you buy a chain?
I want 2 chains. Just small chains, but like I like the way it looks. When I get a chain,
can we film that?
Yeah,
can we go and film it?
Yeah, I might get it offline, but we can film me.
Oh, we can film the unboxing.
Just film the unboxing, but just etch out my credit card numbers because I'm not trying to get frauded on me.
Verizon's gonna find out.
J Harvey 15 on all the platforms. Peter, what you got to say, brother?
Absolutely nothing.
All right, guys.
Okay.
This has been How You Know. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. Thanks. See you next week.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing. I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the-right seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who could change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I am your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me and United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor,